Carolina. So, okay, yeah, I have a West Pelzer shirt on, and West Pelzer's like 2 miles down the road, but I did live there for a little while, and yeah, I got a West Pelzer shirt on. Why do I choose to live in Williamston? And for everybody, it's going to be different. For me, I was born and I was raised here, right? So that does play a big part into to why I'm here. But it's not the whole story. I love Williamston. Hands down. I love my little town. It's the people, It's like, yeah, we're 4,205, I think, in the 2020 census. So we're not a huge town. We are a growing town, which is nice to see because for years there was nothing. I mean, there was like zero growth. And to see what's been happening over the past few years, it's so encouraging. And the people that have moved here because of what's happening in our town. So we have a mineral spring park right in the heart of Williamston, and it is the heart of our community. It's 200 and some odd years old. I think it's on some National Historic Registry. If it is, I'll put a link down in the description. The citizens here are involved. They want you involved. I'm on an old people's softball league. We just started it this past fall and put it out on Facebook, whoever wants to play. And sometimes we'd have 5 people, sometimes we'd have 15, 20 people. We have festivals and events throughout those seasons. And it's an amazing thing to see how your business owners, your families, the citizens come out and they decorate the Christmas park with their displays, and people from all over come and see our Christmas park and deck the halls. We have huge 4th of July fireworks show. We have this cute little thing called Bobbers on Big Creek, and it's little fishing bobbers, and they race down the Big Creek, and there's a winner, and there's prizes for people. We have an Easter egg hunt for the kids. It's things like that throughout the year, and it's so that our citizens can love where they live, can enjoy what Williamston has to offer. It's an amazing place to live and to grow and just be. Yeah, that's why I love living in Williamston. I just do. Another reason I choose to be where I am is because of the school district. We're Anderson School District 1, but I am specifically in the Palmetto schools. So we're the smallest schools in the district. My son goes there. I went to school there. My dad went to school there. So, there's kind of that whole generational thing that happened. And they have been incredible with my son. So my son has autism and learning disabilities. And from the moment that he started in District 1, he has been supported. There are things that I did have to go to the district office and say, hey, my kid needs a one-on-one. And it took a couple years to get that, but he got his one-on-one, and she's been with him for several years. But my district saw the need. They listened to me. They heard, and they did what they needed to do, what was in the best interest of my son. And we have been very grateful for that. I don't know that there's any other place that would have done it. And thank you, Anderson District 1, specifically Palmetto and Spearman Elementary and Concord. Yeah, so there's that. Another reason that I like living in Williamston is probably because I've got a pretty long history here. Now, I traveled. I left town. I was like every other teenager, ready to get out of here, never wanted to set foot in this small town again. And you think when you're growing up that there's nothing to do and, blah, 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 blah. Well, I came back. So I've literally have lived in several states across the United States, and I have literally visited many countries. and I came home, and I actually brought my husband here who lived in Kansas. So, he's lived here for 26 years now. And being here, living here, having this history here, it makes being here very special for me. That does not mean that I don't want people who don't live here to move here, because I do. Oh my God. I love it when I get to sell a house to someone who, especially if they're not from here. Like they don't know the area. They're not even from the state, and they move here to Williamston, and then they get involved. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing to see, and they ask me, what can I get involved in? What can I do? Well, I have a list. So, there's so much opportunity for people, and me having this rich history here, it's easy for me to say, hey, Williamston's a great small town, if you want small town living like me. So my biggest negative for living in Williamston would be, which is absolutely ridiculous, okay? It makes zero sense that this is my negative, but we don't have a grocery store in town. I have to go 2 miles down the road to Pelzer. We did years ago. It closed down. There's a big center that is vacant in the center of town and has been purchased by a grocery store. It was purchased 2 years ago, and they say within the next couple years, we'll see, fingers crossed, that they will be coming to Williamston. So then it'll only be a mile from my house. So if there was a negative, that would be the negative, but really, that's it. Anyway, if you think you might want to move to Williamston, South Carolina, or even Pelzer or West Pelzer, which is right down the road, because I've lived in both of those little towns too. They're Palmetto schools. If you want to check out this area, let me know. I'd be happy to help. And if you like the information I provided, just go ahead and subscribe to my channel and follow me.